Let's go
Well,
on.
you know, the first of all part, now that comes from the scriptures. It's one of the commandments with promise. First of all, 1 Timothy 2:1. First of all, before you pray for your mother, your father, your children, anything else, first of all, you pray for, in those days it would have been kings.
Right.
He says for all men. Well, how do you pray for all men? Those affecting all men are those in authority. Presidents now, prime ministers. First of all, before you pray for anyone else, you pray for them that you may lead a quiet and peaceable life. And because the Lord, it says, wants everyone to be saved, that we might, I believe if we do this, if we pray first of all, if we have an awakening, we're going to have a great ingathering of souls. It's going to be, I want to read to you the difference between a revival and an awakening.
I was going to ask you that question. What's the difference, Billy?
They had the book talks about awakenings, and I want to talk to you about the one that affected Donald Trump's mother. One did. Yep. But in the awakening that happened in Northern Ireland, a man wrote a book about it, and he said, a case could be made for saying that a revival could be described as a visitation of God's Spirit on God's people. But an awakening is a time of such intense visitation that both Christian and non-Christian communities are affected. Revivals alter the lives of individuals. Awakenings alter the worldview of a whole people or culture. Now, America was born out of the Great Awakening.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that later.
Good.
But back to the first of all, every time he'd call me, and he'd tell me he had a vision of Jesus, it would be, the church has to pray. So I knew, we got to get people to doing this, first of all. And we started the campaign. We call it the First of All campaign. And we get people to commit. I will pray, first of all. You know.
Yeah.
And so we've got like 6,500 names. Maybe after this program, we could have 1 million names.
Yes, let's say amen.
Yes.
Excellent.
I think they could go on your website and just say, here's my name. I sign up. I'll pray first of all. They could go to our website, billyebrim.org.
This is big.
And commit.
It's
Sometimes
time for the awakening to begin.
Absolutely. So we had a campaign. We called it First of All campaign.
Okay.
And we went to the Northeast. We went to New England, and we had a meeting in Delaware. I'll talk to you about that later. But we also then went down to Washington, D.C., and I wanted some other place. I wanted the Lincoln Memorial, something else. But we couldn't get anything but the Jefferson Memorial. So we had a lot of these people that signed up to pray first of all. We wore our white T-shirts, which say, I exhort, therefore, that first of all, supplications, prayers, intercessions, giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings, and for all that are in authority. So we put them on, and it's Sunday evening, and we're all gathered there, and we're praying on the steps of the Jefferson Memorial. The guard, he comes up.
I wish we'd get these for people to wear around.
Well, I do too, because look there what's on the back of it.
Wow.
And so I walked up, you know, and already there was a great crowd of people, lots of young people. And so this guard says to me, now your people have to stay away from this area right here. Okay, we'll go on the steps, we'll pray. So we go on the steps and pray, and then helicopters start bzz, 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 flying low. So I have to talk real loud, but we're praying really loud. And then pretty soon here comes Marine One with the president in it. And he's returning on Sunday evening, and there it is. He flies right through our prayers. Right while we're praying.
Oh, God, hallelujah.
He flies through the prayers. I felt like it was a sign from God.
Of course it is.
That you're on the right track.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.